Hey everybody, it's your boy Pluto Killer here. Today we're going to talk about some anime, and I just spent like the last 2.5 maybe 3 hours trying to get caught up on some of the anime that's been released for the summer. Um, this episode in particular, we're going to talk about Monster Musume, which is one of my favorite mangas currently. So Monster Musume is 5 episodes in right now, and they introduced them pretty similar to the way they've been introduced in the mangas. Uh, you have I, I keep messing up his name because they keep calling him Darling Kun, Master, and everything else. So I'm cheating right now. I'm looking up his name, but don't worry, I'll find it and get into it. But basically, what it is that you have should be right on here. Aha. A name that I'm going to butcher quite ravagely. Kimihito, who is a teenager, but they don't really go over his age, but pretty much we can assume he's around 18. Or they might, I don't know. But he is a caretaker for uh, these monster girls, which is Monster Musume, monster girl. Um, and to make a long story short, he ends up going through all kinds of trials, so to speak, in dealing with them. Now, in terms of who he meets, the first one that he meets is Mia, and that's the opening for episode one. In episode one, you see Mia in the bed with him. He's trying to wake her up. It doesn't work out. He almost chokes to death because she's crushing his windpipe. But yeah. So Mia is a Lamia, which is half snake, half woman. And with Lamias, they don't have a male counterpart, which is something that they didn't cover in the anime, but they do in the manga. So they may bring it up later. Who knows? But Mia is very clingy of her darling. And she's really jealous if anyone else tries to get near him. Then you have Poppy, which is a harpy. She's, they got her playing the bird brain 100%. I just realized my hair was messed up, but it's okay. But she's pretty much the airhead of the group. She runs away from every single home that she's put in. She ends up running into. She didn't actually run into him. She kidnapped him. Take him to a park where basically he covers up for her and whatnot. She ends up moving into his home. The next one that he runs into, literally, is Sentorria. Sentorria is a centaur, half horse, half human. Um, and the whole story with her, I felt that they made it a little short. Actually, they did Poppy and Sentoria in the same episode. Um, they did play them off kind of short for each one. They gave Mia her own full episode, which I felt they could have done that with both of them as well. So I'm expecting the anime season to be very short. I don't think it's going to go over 12 episodes. If it does, I'll be shocked. Because at this point right now, naming those three characters, I believe that's 3 volumes of manga, maybe 2.5, and I believe translated in the US, there's only 6. So, on to explaining more about Sentoria. Sentoria is a dignified centaur. She's in search of her master, the one who's going to be pretty much like her owner. And and Kimihito being, dumb to other cultures with these monster girls, he ends up doing one thing that he shouldn't have, which is ride her. And in doing so, he pretty much violated her. But he ends up protecting her when a purse snatcher that they were pursuing tried to kill her. He jumped out in front of her, which in turn made her want him to be her master even more. Then came Sue, which is the slime girl. Sue's character in the manga is more developed. So in the anime, they show the first stages of Sue, which is her meeting them and emulating them, so to speak. Sue is probably one of the more well-rounded characters in the manga, so I really want to see how they play her out in the anime. But she's a slime that absorbs liquid. She thrives for liquid, but too much liquid and she'll become liquid, so to speak. So anytime that there's water, soda, milk, juice, whatever, if it's on something, she craves it. Bath water, she craves that too. Moving on to the next one that they just introduced in the most recent episode was Maro, the mermaid. Now, I don't want to ruin what they have in the manga for you about Maro, but Maro is a love-struck tragedy, okay? She's going to be the centerpiece for goth lolly comedy, the best way I could describe it. So far my thoughts on the anime, pretty good. I truly do like how they're translating the manga to the screen so far. I'm really looking forward to, which I think is next week's episode, where they introduce Rhaenyra. I believe that's her name. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty much Monster Musume in a nutshell is an ecchi harem comedy where they bring about the different types of monster girls, and in which Kimihito is going to run into a lot more than just the ones that are in his house. He's going to run into ones that are out in the environment as well. And there's a lot of action that will happen for him in future episodes of the anime. But as we all know, with most mangas that get translated into anime, they take a lot of context out and they add a lot more context that's original, so to speak, to the anime. So I just want to, see what happens from there. But yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I do hope that it's going to be a well-rounded 12 episodes, because I don't know. I think that if they try to change too much of it, it's going to end up like Sekirei, where there was only 2 seasons and that was it. And we've seen that happen with a lot of anime recently. So I just hope they keep it based off of the manga and call it a day. So I do appreciate you taking your time watching. By all means, if you did enjoy it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up on like. Comment below. We can go ahead and talk more about this in the comment section. If you find things that are in the manga that you want to talk about versus the anime, I'm more than welcome to it. I guess the only thing I can say is don't bash it too much. If it's not your show, it's not your show. I think you should give it a try. If you enjoy things that are ecchi comedy based, like DxD, Infinite Stratos, pretty much anything that has one male character and a bunch of female characters that puts him in odd situations, Monster Musume is going to be definitely one of the ones that you should watch. All right, you go ahead, take care, enjoy your day, and I'll see you all next time. All right, now.